iOS 17 has brought a lot of new features and changes to the iPhone, but did you know that iOS 17 also brings a bunch of new features and changes to the AirPods? Let me show you. So the first new change is as soon as you open the AirPods case, you get this pop-up, right? But if you actually go on dark mode app and open up the AirPods case near your iPhone, the pop-up will now be in dark mode. Previously, no matter what you were in dark or light, it was always on light mode. Now, the pop-up will actually go dark. Let me put my AirPods on so I can actually show you all of the new features and changes. And as you can see, there's a couple new toggles that you're probably not familiar with. First of all, noise control. We now get a new adaptive mode, which is basically a mix between transparency mode and noise cancellation. Let me show you this. I'm out on the street, right? And there's a bunch of construction work. What adaptive mode will do is turn on noise cancellation so it doesn't hurt my ears. But then if there's a friend talking to me, transparency mode will actually go on so I can actually hear the conversation, which is sick. I have actually tried adaptive mode out and it actually works surprisingly well. All right, so let me show you adaptive mode in action, because what's cool is as I'm talking, transparency mode automatically goes in. So Apple actually does this because let's say I actually tried this out when I was in an airplane, and when I was talking to my girlfriend right next to me, there was noise cancellation, but when I was talking to her, transparency mode goes on. So it's kind of the same thing as conversation awareness it's doing. It's kind of grabbing the best of both worlds. Now there's also a new toggle called conversation awareness. Now it's very similar to noise control, but noise control does a lot. And if you don't want it to do that many things and you just want conversation awareness, what this will basically do is if someone's talking to you, the music will go down and you'll be able to hear your voice and the person right next to you so much better. What Apple's trying to do here is you don't need to take your AirPods off in order to talk to somebody. You can just keep them on and keep the conversation going. What's crazy about all of this, and as I'm making this video, I'm noticing it even more, is that I can actually hear my voice better with my AirPods on because of all the microphones and speakers rather than with the AirPods off. It's kind of nuts the way that it actually works. There's also this, you can now mute and unmute your microphone during a phone call. So if you're in a phone call, by simply tapping once, you're automatically muted, and if you tap again, you're unmuted. So, Nikias, how do I hang up the call now? Well, now, if you want to hang up the call, you double tap instead of one tapping. Now, if you want to change this, you can do this by going to settings. So let's jump over to settings, and then over here, as you can see, here's a brand new redesigned settings tab for the AirPods in iOS 17. From here, you'll be able to change from transparency mode, adaptive mode, and all of that, including noise cancellation. Over here, you can change the different controls that you want to do. So by holding, by tapping, you'll be able to switch between adaptive, transparency mode, and all of that, which is brand new adaptive, including in the tapping. And if we go down, here is where it gets interesting because there's a couple new features as well. I actually screenshotted this screenshot yesterday so I could show you. So over here, you got conversation awareness, which is what I just told you, but you also get personalized volume, which basically adjusts the volume of media in response to your environment, which is cool. And then adaptive noise control, which will basically dynamically adjust external noise you are exposed to. So all of these toggles are available inside of settings. So you can tap personalized audio, conversation awareness, and loud sound reduction all inside of the setting. Inside of settings is what I just told you. You can tap on mute and unmute. So if you want to mute by just pressing twice and just go to what you were used to in iOS 16, you can do that through here, or you can press once to mute the call. Let me show you how it works. All right, so I'm currently in a phone call, and as you can see, while I'm tapping my left AirPod once, as you can see, I automatically muted the conversation. If I tap again, I unmuted the call. And then if I want to hang up the call, goodbye, Robert, I'll simply double tap and the call will automatically be ended. Apple has also improved switching between devices. It was always kind of buggy if I wanted to go from my iPad to watch a movie on getting a phone call on my iPhone. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but now with iOS 17, switching between devices has been highly improved, which is awesome. I also wanted to show you the new AirPods settings on watchOS 10 for the Apple Watch. If you go on Control Center and then tap on AirPlay, and then tap on your AirPods, we will now get a new AirPods settings tab inside of watchOS 10. So if we tap that, over here we'll be able to choose our noise control, including the new adaptive mode. The Apple Music app on the watch has also been redesigned, but something that I wanted to show you is this now playing icon now shows the AirPods icon. It's very, very small, but it is definitely noticeable. So it lets you know if you are connected to your AirPods, and then if you tap here, this is where you get your AirPlay settings as I showed you before, and from here you can once again choose which noise control you want. And talking about the watch, if you want to know what's new with watchOS 10 on the Apple Watch or iOS 17 on the iPhone, tap these videos right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.